Out in
I'm sorry, you had a blackout?
yeah, it's back again.
It's the 2nd of January. Rabbi Levitt, Gemora.
Okay.
I
Very good.
had a personal blackout.
You okay now?
You don't drink so much. Oh, that's on record.
Right. You're right.
Boy.
That was false. That was
Nope.
false.
Wow. All right. Very good. So let's see. So we we started the Mishnah yesterday.
Yes.
Started the new Mishnah. Oh yes, hooray for the previous Mishnah. Hooray for starting the new Mishnah.
We had a look at some of the comments too.
Yeah, this is right. So that was the issue about the matter of the Goslin, who's Nishba L'Sheker, swore falsely, and now he's admitting. So we find in the Mishnah that he has to personally return the stolen item to the one that he stole it from. It won't be good enough to give it into the hand of the of his son or to some other messenger. And Rashi explained that because in the event that something happens to it after it goes into the hand of the messenger or the son, the Gazlan will be responsible to he'll be responsible. He's still on the hook because that's his obligation. His obligation is to get it into the hand of the one that stole it from, the one that it was stolen from. So even if we say that he could do so al yidei a shliach or his son, but it won't help if it doesn't work. Won't help if it doesn't work. If it does get into his hand, so then it's good. That's what seemed to come out. Okay, so now we go on to the next part of this Mishnah. And we're up to Aval Nosein L'Shliach Bezdin. What happens if the Goslin gives it to the Shliach Bezdin? This is from the Mishnah over here. It is, if you want to know what line it's in, it's the third line of the Mishnah.
Right.
Okay, Roy, would you like to start the reading, please?
Okay. Is it what? Aval Nosan Lishliach Beis that right?
Yeah.
But he may give it to an agent of the court. So, all right. So, do you want to discuss that, or
Let's see.
there's a
Yeah, there's a Rashi over here.
Rashi on that. Yes.
Let's take a look at the Rashi. The Shliach Bezdin.
Okay, let's see if I can find it.
Three narrow lines from the bottom.
Okay, Shliach Beis Din, an agent of the Beis Din, Tikanta hu Davod Rabbanan mipnei tiknas hashavis shelo nechayev lezeh lehotzi mina beotzos haderech. Okay, so let's see. Tikanta is to acquire it.
Tikanta is tikana an ordinance, a corrective ordinance.
Ordinance.
Like the word latakein. Latakein is to fix something, and a tikana is an ordinance that was instituted by Chazal to correct a possible fallout situation, like what's going to happen over here.
Okay. So tikantahu, it is an ordinance. The avod, the Rabbanan, that the avod is service. It's the avoda
That they did.
that the rabbis did. The rabbi, because the rabbis made an ordinance. Mipnei tiknas, in order to fix hashvim. What is
Hashavim.
What is hashavim?
The shavim, those are the ones that are shoved. They're the ones that are returning. In other words, they are the ones who are in this case, they are admitting their thievery, and now the Chazal are helping them to be able to return what it is that they stole to the party that they stole it from. How are they helping them?
Shalod nechayev lezeh, that they should not be obligated for this. The hotzi mina, to take out from it behotzos haderech. What's behotzos?
The things that you have to take out from your pockets, like your wallets, which has the money in it, which you're going to have to take out if you're going to have to go on the road in order to give this stolen thing back to the one that it belongs to.
I'm sorry, I'm not following that. It's the money. It's the money he spends for the trip.
Yeah, hotzah is expenses.
Expenses.
But
I see what he's saying. The reason for allowing him to give it to an agent of the Beis Din is to save him from having to make the trip.
Yeah, the Beis Din is providing the thieves a service, a courier service, free of charge, apparently.
Right.
Or maybe they charge him a certain fee, but it's I guess it's not as much as if they would have to make the trip themselves. Certainly, if and they could still continue to be on the job, but I guess also it would seem they don't have to take off time from their work in order to go on the road to be able to have to return this thing that they stole from this person. So that's called tekanas hashavim. This is all for the tekana, for the rectification, a corrective ordinance for the shavim, for those that are returning. in other words, they're returning to Hashem by admitting their avera of thievery, and now we're making it easier for them to do that, to give back the stolen item. All they have to do is go to their local bezdin and give the stolen item to the representative over there, and he's now going to take care of it. So that's what Rashi says over here. Shalom nechayev l'zeh. The bezdin are not going to obligate this person who's doing tshuva and admitting his thievery, lahotzi mana, to take out a mana, which is a mana is a certain value of currency, behotza saderech, for the expense of the road, of the way, to have to go and go on the road and give this stolen item back to the owner. Okay. So that was the special takana that the Rabbanan made, and it would seem to me that, even though Rashi doesn't say it, but I would assume that once the Goslin gives the stolen item to the Bezdin, then the Bezdin is on the hook. They're the ones that are responsible. It's now regarded as though the thief has given back the item, so to speak, because they're endeavoring to take the item. I don't know, maybe not, perhaps not. That's maybe why Rashi didn't say that's what I'm saying. All Rashi said is that they're offering to do the job, and he won't have to pay. He won't have to take money out in order to make the trip, but he's still on the hook. Perhaps if somebody attacks the shliach bezdin on the way and takes the money away from him, then the Goslin is he's going to have to, just like we said before, in the case where if he gives it to a shliach or his son, he's going to still be on the hook. If something happens to it, he's still going to be responsible to give it to the person, because he's the one that needs to give it into the hand of the person that he stole it from.
I don't see how the Beis Din can serve this function, because who's going to pay them? I mean, my experience with the Beis Din is you have to pay them. So the thief and the victim, if they go to Beis Din, they have to pay for Beis Din. And Beis Din incurs more expense, then they have to pay them more. So how does he save any money?
Okay, what Rashi's talking about over here, he's not talking about the court case between these two people. Not talking about that. It's already been determined that this person is a thief. He admitted himself, and he's now endeavoring to do tshuva. Right? The person that was that the money was stolen from, he didn't take this guy to Bezdin. Or actually, maybe that he did. Actually, he did, and initially he did so. And the person swore that he didn't take anything from the guy. now and it was false shua. He swore false, and now he's admitting. And so now the guy has to he's got to give it back to the he's got to give it back to the one that he stole it from. And the halacha is he's got to give it personally into his hand. But now what the Beis Din is doing, it's making it easier for this thief to do so. Because if it's going to be a long haul, he says, I'm not gonna do it. It's too expensive for me to do it. I'm not gonna do it. So the Beis Din is stepping up to the plate over here and saying, just give it to us, and we'll and Rashi says that what's the advantage of this? What's the advantage to the Goslin? The Goslin doesn't have to spend to outlay the expenses for the trip.
So who does?
I don't know, but the point is that the Goslin doesn't. He will be encouraged to do tshuva and admit that his guilt is over here, and that he owes to give this thing back to the that he stole to this guy, even though he swore falsely. And now the Beis Din is making it easy for him to do that because they're saying we'll take care of the courier. We're going to do that. Just give it to us, and we're going to take care of it from there. And Rashi says that what is this going to help over here? Is they're not shalom nechayev lezeh lahotzi mana bahotzas aderech. The accomplishment over here of the takana of Chazal is so that the Goslin doesn't have to put out his own money to make the trip.
That doesn't seem right.
Where will the Beis Din get the money from? I don't know. That they'll have to send Meshulach to America and get a driver. I don't, that's what they'll have to do. But that's not that's Rashi doesn't tell us about that. He just tells us about what the how the takana is helping the thief to do tshuva. That's what Rashi's telling us. It's helping him to do tshuva. This is why it call it a takanas hashavim. So we know that there was many takanas that Chazal made to encourage a person to do tshuva. One of them, is where the Goslin stole. He stole a beam, and now he made a house out with that beam. So now the Chazal say, oh, you don't have to return that beam, even though we see that it's right there. And really, the according to the Torah, he's going to have to give him back the beam because the beam is there. It's not lost. It's not destroyed. According to the Torah, he's got to give it back, that beam. So that would mean they have to tear down this house. So the Chazal say, no, he doesn't have to tear down the house. We're going to do takanas hashavim. We're going to make a special ordinance that he just has to give back the equivalent over in a case like that. So it's an example of what we call takanas hashavim, to encourage the Goslin to do tshuva. This is another one that Rashi's telling us is takanas hashavim. Okay. Now, moving right along in the Mishnah, the imes the mace. Then we go to Alan to continue the reading.
Okay, on which page now we're on?
103A3.
Oh, 383, okay.
And then you've got the Mishnah, and it's the second paragraph of the Mishnah. It's halfway down. The Mishnah continues.
All right. I'm a little too far.
See it?
Got it. 103, A3.
100, yes.
Right, I got it. The Mishnah continues. Ve'im mace yacha zir you're sure if the victim dies, the robber must return the stolen property to his heirs. The Mishnah discusses cases in which the robber confessed his false oath, thus incurring the obligation to pay the principal plus 1/5, and his obligation was later reduced in some manner. Doesn't explain that part though, does it?
Yeah, that's that's what the next sentence in the Mishnah says. Nasan lo esa keren,
Say low
lo
s.
nasan lo esa chomish.
All right. No son low s Karen below no son low s hachomash. If after swearing falsely and confessing, the robber paid the victim the principal but did not pay him the 5th. Mohol Mochel lo el Karen below Mochel lo al Chomesh, or the victim forgave him the principal but did not forgive him the 5th. Mochal lo al zeh v'al zeh chutz mi porchos shoveh perutor be'keren, or he forgave him this and that, the principal, and the 5th, except for less than a pruder's worth of principal. A no sorich he need not pursue him. No son lo es mesh below no son lo es Karen. However, if he paid him the 5th, but did not pay him the principal, Mochel lo al hacho mesh below Mochel lo al Karen, or if the victim forgave him the 5th, but did not forgive him the principal, Mochel lo al zeh v'al zeh chutz mishoves peroteh Karen, or he forgave him this and that, the principal in the 5th, except for a pruder's worth of the principal, tzarich le'lech acharov, he must pursue him.
Okay. Okay, so we had the din about if the Mishnah said imes, so then it says yaksir liyorshav. So let's take a look at the Rashi over here. This is the first wide line on the Rashis down to the bottom. Lou, would you like to read the Rashi?
Ve'im mace nigzal Gazlan the Yorshav de Nigzal. The the thief returned what he stole to the inheritors of the victim.
Yeah, so the word nigzal, the first word in Rashi, is going on it's a run on Rashi going on the words of the Gemora, me'imais. If he is mace, the Mishnah does not tell us who it is that's mace. So Rashi fills it in for you. Imace nigzal. If the one that it was stolen from, that the Goslin has to return it to personally into his hand, if he's mace, so now that's going to be impossible to do. So then what do we do in that case?
Oh, I see. If the victim dies, and therefore the thief cannot return it to the victim, he must return it to the victim's heirs.
Right. That'll be considered that he returned the stolen item, and that he is that'll be his kapora. That'll be his kapora, and with that he made a return. Now he's going to be able to bring his. I think he's got to bring a korban asham for swearing falsely, but he cannot do that before he makes the restitution, which is to return the item to the stolen party. So in this case, it'll where it's not possible to actually do that, but he'll fulfill his obligation by giving it into the hands of the heirs of the one that he stole from. Okay, now we get onto this whole topic over here of Karen and Chomesh. The Mishnah generally, just basically, very simply, right? We know that the halacha is, the Torah tells us that a Goslin, when he steals something, he's got to give Karen. He's got to give the Karen back to the one that he stole it from. He's got to, if he has the actual item itself, if he has the beam itself, the Torah says he's got to give back the beam. He can't give dollars. He's got to give back the beam. But otherwise, if the beam is not around, so he gives back the monetary equivalent. So that's called the Karen. The Karen is either the item itself or the monetary equivalent. That's the Karen. And that's what an ordinary Goslin does. He doesn't pay any more than that, an ordinary Goslin. But here, this guy, he's not an ordinary Goslin, right? Because he swore falsely in Bezdin that he didn't steal it. And so that's, and now he's admitted. He's admitted now. So now he wants to do tshuva. So his pathway to tshuva is that he's got to pay not only the Karen, but after he pays the Karen, he's got to pay a chomesh. He's got to pay a chomesh. Chomesh is a fifth. He's got to pay a fifth of that what he stole. To who does he pay it to? To the nigzal. So now the next part of this Mishnah is talking about the halachas of the chomesh. So the first din over here, it said in the Mishnah, was nosan lo esa keren. If the Goslin gave back to the nigzal after he swore falsely and was moda, admitted that he swore falsely, if he's after he gives back the Karen, below nosan lo esa chomesh, but he has not yet given back the chomesh, the fifth, which is like a penalty or a atonement payment. Macholoi ala keren v'lo macholo ala chomesh. Or no, that's see, that's what no. Macholo ala keren v'lo. These are all different cases over here. And at the end of these cases, the Mishnah is going to tell us what the halacha is in this case, in these cases that we listed over here. We have a few cases over here, and then the Mishnah is going to list us what is the halacha in the case. The halacha in the case is when the Mishnah says Einot Tzorich Leilech Achoro. That's why the Mishnah all of a sudden is talking about the Chumash over here with the Karen, because that was the subject of the Mishnah's discussion over here. The halacha that in this case he's got to give it personally back. This Goslin who swore false and admitted, he's got to personally give it back to the stolen party, that what he stole. And so in all these cases, and we said even to go to Madai, he's got to give it back. So here we say that in these cases that the Mishnah is listing over here, Eino Tzorich Leilech Achoro. He does not have to go after this nigzal, the person that he stole it from, in order to give it back to him personally. What does he have to do? He'll keep it with him. He'll keep it by him until the nigzal comes to pick it up from him. And we'll see later on why it is that he has to do that. Okay, we got 3 minutes. So let's just we got some Rashis over here to read, but let's just, before we read the Rashis, let's just try to enumerate and just explain what the scenarios are that we're talking about over here. The first case is Nosen lo es a Karen, the lo Nosen lo es a Chumash. So he's given him the Karen so far, but he has not yet given him the Chumash that he's obligated to give. That's case number one. Or another case, Mochalo ala Karen, velo Mochalo ala Chumash. Or a case where the Nigzal says, you know what, I mochel the Karen. You don't have to run after me to give me the Karen. But he didn't make any excusals on the obligation of the Goslin to give him the Chomesh. That's case number two. And case number three is mochelo alzeh v'alzeh. If the Nigzal, for whatever reason, don't know why he would do that, but the Mishnah talks about such a case. If the Nigzal is mochel, he excuses the obligation of the Goslin to pay him back both the Karen as well as the Chomesh. But chutz mi pachos mi sheva pruta b'Karen, with the exception of a nominal amount, a sheva pruta, not too much money, not very much money at all, of the Karen, of the capital. So in all of these, what is it? 1, 2, 3 cases over here. In these 3 cases, Einot Tzorich, the Mishnah says, Einot Tzorich leilech acharo. He doesn't have to go after him to the Goslin to give it back into the hand of the Nigzal in these cases. Okay, and now with that, we have 1 minute for Lou to read the first Rashi over here. Lo nosen lo es hachomesh. Okay, well, So I guess we'll call it a day. All right.
Right, so
Everybody have a good day.
all right. Lou 10 to 4.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Rabbi. See you all later on tomorrow. Bye.
Bezrat Hashem. Bye, Roy.
Okay. Thank you, everybody.
Be well.